Jimin from BTS is in trouble with the next Billboard chart update. The estimations are in, and Jimin is set to be blocked from the #1 spot on the Billboard Albums chart. American singer Morgan Wallen is set to be #1. This is with 195,000 units sold of his album. Jimin is set to be #2 with his album Face. This is with 126,000 units sold. And set to be #3 is Lana Del Rey's Ocean Blvd album, which is estimated to sell 119,000 units. This has caused many fans to be shocked that Jimin may not be debuting at #1, and he may not get a #1 album. I think this news is definitely something which the BTS army need to take note of. This is if we want to push in the last few days to get Jimin to #1. It's worth noting that despite Jimin being behind in overall units, in pure album sales, which are albums which have been purchased with money and not streamed, Jimin is #1. The album by Morgan Wallen, which is #1, is lacking heavily in pure sales compared to Jimin. Morgan's album is selling 10,500 pure album sales this week. This is against the 97,000 pure album sales which Jimin is estimated to sell. Many fans have criticized the charts for this, with one fan saying, "I think the Billboard charts are a scam. Jimin sold the most albums, so why isn't he #1? Another fan said buying the album is way more important than streaming. Almost 100,000 people paid for Jimin's album, which is 10 times as many albums sold as the possible #1 album. It doesn't sound fair, does it?" And finally, one more fan said the BTS army need to accept that streaming is the future. It's great that Jimin is able to sell a lot of pure albums, but his album just wasn't the most popular album this week. So it seems that a lot of people think Jimin actually deserved to be #1, and some people think that he doesn't, and those people say he's losing fair and square. It's worth noting that as fans see it's possible Jimin will lose this chart battle, a lot of the BTS army may rally together and buy and stream the album in an effort to try and get him the #1 album at the last minute. Right now, Jimin is currently 69,000 units behind the estimated #1 album. 1,500 streams equals one album sale, so that means Jimin would either need to sell 69,000 more pure copies of his album, or get 103 million more streams of his album to get to #1. Considering the BTS army are infamous for their talent of getting songs to high streaming numbers, maybe if they combine buying the album with streaming it, Jimin could actually achieve the #1 album. For this video's comment question, does Jimin deserve to be #1? Before you go, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for daily news updates on BTS. Thanks a lot for watching.